Okay, good afternoon. Thank you all for coming. Today I want to start off with a little story. Across the bay, the white palaces, a fashionable East egg glittered along the water, wrote F. Scott Fitzgerald in his classic novel, The Great Gatsby. East Egg is the fictional name of the very upscale community of gorgeous Sands Point on the North Shore of Long Island. Just a few exits off the Long Island Expressway, east of Sands Point, lives a cute little girl named Amy. Amy grows up believing a knight in shining armor will one day come. She daydreams that her knight will wrap her in her arms and will take care of her financially. Amy doesn't voice her desire to find someone who's going to provide for her needs. Instead, Amy says she wants to find love. As time marches on, Amy morphs into a beautiful woman. She has found her prince and gets married to him. Her husband is providing for what she's always wanted. She has a gorgeous 5-bedroom house with an Olympic-sized swimming pool. She lives in a respectable neighborhood with great cars in the garage. She has the means to buy anything her heart desires. The image is complete as Amy and her husband created sweet children who they adore. But I ask you, does Amy have a relationship with her husband?
Does she?
I don't know.
No.
A year and a half into the marriage, Amy's husband starts to control and overpower her. In reality, he was always overpowering and controlling. But Amy was not looking deeply at the relationship. She just wanted her survival needs met. Amy's basic needs are being taken care of. But what about the health of her relationship? It's
unequal.
nothing. It's what?
Unequal.
Right? It's unequal. One chilly November night, Amy is putting her 8-year-old son to bed. He says, "Mommy, I just don't see you married to Daddy. You don't ever kiss and you never say you love each other, and you fight all the time." Amy is surprised, but then she thought about it and said, "I shouldn't be." He was simply expressing his confusion. So is really Amy living a life with joy and abundance? I would say no, right? Right? So now I ask you, are you aware that we have inherited the way people in the past have mated? Are you aware of that?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. In the 12th century, wandering minstrels, called the troubadours, traveled through Europe. They wrote and sang songs that reflected a love of the heart. The social order in that time made it only for economic and social obligations. Our Western society's ideal relationship is the love of the troubadours. However, there's a problem. Our mindset is still operating in the 12th century. If you observe our world, we still made for our survival needs and our social obligations. We feel secure with another. We procreate. We demonstrate our power or lack of personal power with each other. In this day and age, we are capable human beings, right? Right? Who can comprehend our negative emotional link about our own survival needs, right, Frank?
Absolutely.
Our anger, fear, shame hold us back. If we can move beyond these negative emotions, we're better inclined to move towards a new relationship. Now I would like you to be inspired by my story. I would like you to have an open mind. Imagine you're following your soul's passion, whatever that may be. And down the road by fate, you see someone, and they see you. You recognize this person at the deepest level, and they know you in a profound way. This isn't a sexual attraction at first glance. The sexual attraction comes after the souls acknowledge each other. However, in order for us to be ready for this connection, we must first understand ourselves before we find each other. When we experience a union at the level of the heart, an abstract touch should be felt without any two physical things striking together. Think about this. Two people lock eyes. This glance resonates a deep emotional knowing. However, inner beings need to understand we have to work on themselves before we find each other. Now I would like you to be inspired by my story, Charismatic Connection, the authentic soulmate experience. It's about Chris and I, who received a divine gift in 1988. While cooling down a 3-year-old thoroughbred at Belmont Park, I see Chris walking down the shed road. One glance and we know. We recognize each other at the deepest level of our beings. However, we're not quite ready for that exalted bond. We cross paths the next 4 years. Our souls are saying, I know you, I love you. But our insecurities are saying, not worth loving and knowing. It's not until 1999 when an unlikely long shot named Charismatic and a long forgotten jockey named Chris Antley, yes, that Chris, make history and win the Kentucky Derby, that our connection crystallizes. So if you ever long to find a love that is beyond the ordinary, you will love the story of star-crossed lovers. As I travel from the high society parties of Saratoga Springs to horseback riding through the Black Forest, Germany, you'll be swept up in these international adventures as I search for charismatic connections with myself, others, and with life. So I would like you to be inspired. Get in touch with your negative emotions. Learn the art of pleasure. Become an empowered individual. You have the power. Now I would like you to do the charismatic connection. I would like you to turn to the person to the right. Please turn to the person to the right.
Could we go to, well.
Frank, come to me. Person to the left. And I would like you to stare into their eyes. And I would like you to raise your right hand. One person raises their right hand. And I want you to say to the other person, I honor the eternal spark in you.
I honor the eternal spark in you.
And the other person raises their left hand and says, and I honor the eternal spark in you.
And I honor the eternal spark in you.
And I honor the eternal spark in you. Know that a charismatic connection is within your reach. And when you experience this bond with yourself, others, and with life, your life will change. And this is the gift that your deepest self can give you. And that is very charismatic.
Good. Yeah. That's really good, Serena.
Very wonderful. I'm very